சத்யஜோதி பிலிம்ஸ் வழங்கும் துரை செந்தில்குமார் இயக்கத்தில் தனுஷ், ஸ்னேகா, மெஹரின், நாசர் நடிக்கும் பட்டாசு. பொங்கல் முதல்.
இந்தியா கிளிஸ் வியூவர்ஸ்க்கு வணக்கம். ஏற்கனவே நார்த் இந்தியன் சினிமா லைக் பாக் மில்கா பாக் அண்ட் அதர் ஃபிலிம்ஸில் பார்க்கக்கூடிய யோக்ராஜ் சிங், அதாவது இந்தியன் கிரிக்கெட்டர் யுவராஜ் சிங்னுடைய அப்பா, நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியாத ஒரு ஃபேக்டர் என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இவர் தர்பார் படத்தில் நடிச்சிருக்காரு. அண்ட் அவருடைய எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வித் ரஜினி சார் அண்ட் தர்பார் என்னங்கிறது வாங்க கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம்.
Good evening, India Glitz. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce myself to the South India fans. I'm Yograj Singh, a cricketer, an actor, a mentor, and it gives me also a great pleasure to introduce QuestRempliFilms and also bringing on board Glitz India to be our interviewing partner. And I also want to thank the fans and the Indian nation, and also want to share my experiences of movie Darbar. It has been fantastic, I tell you.
தமிழ்ல அதுவும் தலைவர் படத்துல ஒரு டெபியூ எப்படி ஃபீல் பண்றீங்க?
Well, for me it's like a dream come true to work with Rajnikant, the greatest, you know. And I feel honored actually that I was part of this film, and I thank Nalini Ratnam for all this, because she was the one who introduced me to this banner, and I was there because of her. Thank you, Nalini, for all this you've done to me, and I think it's one of the greatest steps towards the another glory of my life.
நீங்க எப்படி இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் உள்ளார வந்தீங்க? அண்ட் முருகதாஸ் சார் நீங்க இன்ட்ரோல வர ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வில்லன் அப்படிங்கிறது ஏதாவது சொன்னாரா? என்ன மாதிரி உங்ககிட்ட எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட்?
Well, the first day when I went to the sets, I was dated the script and my character, what I was going to do in the film, and obviously it was so thrilling, you know, when I was told that the opening slot is going to be with Rajni sir.
Police officer sir, Kolagar.
Because Rajnikant sir is not only adore him as an actor, but such a great human being, and I felt, I was trying to prove myself that I'm very good, you know, because you got to prove to yourself to such a greatest actor of all time. But it was giving me jitters also. It was giving me some stomach aches and all sorts of things. I was trying to prepare myself in the vanity van, and I wanted to be the best. So I think, well.
ரஜினி சார் ஏற்கனவே நீங்க பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா?
No, I did not. But this was the first time that sets that I met him, and he's such a humble man, such a beautiful man. I mean, I probably thought Rajnikant sir would walk in with 100 gunmans and all sort of, you know, people around him, but he just came there like an ordinary person, stood there, and he talked to everybody, did namaste to everyone, and I was looking at him, and for me he looked like a saint, you know, a God's man, to be very honest.
யுவராஜ் சார் வந்து இந்த படத்தை பார்த்தாரா? அவருடைய கமெண்ட்ஸ்?
Well, he messaged me for yesterday. He says, "Oh, Dad, you look fantastic," because he was more keen to see me on the screen. He says, whatever you have done and what little part you have played in the film is just outstanding. And even I got a lot of messages, other than Yograj Singh, from the South Indian people, that and from the directors and from a lot of other people, that you have done very well. So I was very, very pleased and thrilled about it.
ஏஜ் அப்படிங்கிறது வெறும் ஒரு நம்பர் தான் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு நீங்களே ஒரு பெரிய எடுத்துக்காட்டு. அதை தாண்டி எங்கள் தலைவர் கிட்ட ஏஜ் இஸ் ஜஸ்ட் அ நம்பர் அப்படிங்கிற விதத்தில் நீங்கள் பார்த்த சில குவாலிட்டிஸ் அப்படின்னா எதெல்லாம் சொல்லுவீங்க?
I think it is just magnificent, because there's one thing I noticed in him whenever he was sitting on the chair, because all the time I watched him very, very closely, and he used to, you know, sit on the chair and close his eyes and go into that kind of, you know, inward, what do you call, meditation.
நாங்கள் கேள்விப்பட்டது என்னென்னா, ரஜினி சார் வந்து அவரோட ஸ்டன் சீக்வன்சஸை மோஸ்ட்லி அவரே பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுவார் அப்படின்னு. அது ஏதாவது நீங்கள் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ண முடிஞ்சிச்சா? நீங்கள் ஏதாவது அதை லைவாக பார்த்தீங்களா?
He was something, it's so much to learn from him, you know, so much dedicated, doing his actions, his stunts himself. And it was so perfect. Once you just tell him something, the director would come and tell him something, and he would do it like this. So I think it was amazing, you know. Yes, it's amazing to see a man 70 years old doing his own stunts. I remember there was one shot on the chair with this sword in his hand, and he had to rotate the chair, and he had to go all by himself and then come there and put it in a correct way. And that was the timing which mattered, and he really did so well. I saw him fighting with 15, 20 guys with that sword, and he was so quick in his actions, and it was amazing to see him. I salute him for that.
நார்த்தில் தர்பார் படத்தை எந்த அளவுக்கு ரிசீவ் பண்ணுறாங்க?
Well, a lot of people have congratulated me to see me on the screen. Obviously, Rajni sir is all over the world. He is, it's like a god, you know. And in northern region, I have a lot of, I was dubbing today, and a lot of people just gave me calls and they told me in my WhatsApp, they said, sir, you're looking brilliant. In fact, I've signed another film, which I'm shooting in Canada, and they want to shoot me in the same kind of a get-up. So I thought, oh, we'll work it differently. So I think that's a compliment.
உங்கள் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் அல்லது வேறு ஏதாவது இண்டஸ்ட்ரியிலிருந்து ஏதாவது ஆக்டர் அல்லது செலிபிரிட்டி உங்களுக்கு கமெண்ட்ஸ் அல்லது அப்ரிசியேஷன் ஏதாவது கொடுத்தாங்களா?
I think the whole Punjabi film industry is very happy. My directors, producers are very happy. I've been getting all sorts of messages because this film is a very hit film. It's rather a blockbuster. So to me, the compliments from my Punjabi fraternity from abroad is just magnificent. I never imagined this could happen.
படத்தில் உங்களோட ஃபேவரட் பார்ட் அப்படின்னா எதை சொல்வீங்க? முருகதாஸ் சார் கூட ஒர்க் பண்ண எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் எப்படி இருந்தது?
He's a great director. You know, he didn't tell me much because my look was so brilliant when I walked onto sets, especially a cameraman, sir. Wherever he wanted to shoot, he always made sure that he took my shots personally. And when I walked in, so everybody was looking at me, and the first time I faced Rajni sir was something which he just looked at me and gave me a smile. So I think that was something which was being there as a greatest aura. You know, you could feel Yograj Singh, that kind of a presence, which was looking larger than life.
India Glitz viewers-kaga oru thirava can you sing the Chumma Kili song?
I think Rajni sir can sing better than me.
And India Glitz viewers-kaga Rajni sir oda and oru dialogue.
Yeah. I think the one he says, उनको बोलना दाएं से और बाएं से निकल जाए, सीधे पुलिस के साथ नहीं टकराना. So I think that was something which was very good.
சார் அவங்ககிட்ட சொல்லி வைங்க, போலீஸ் லெஃப்ட்ல வெச்சுக்கோ, ரைட்ல வெச்சுக்கோ, ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா வெச்சுக்கோ.
யுவராஜ் சார் எப்படி இருக்காரு?
Well, he's doing well. He's retired and he's enjoying his life, which I think he deserves it. And my Bitya, his wife, my Beti, she's into the theatre. So I think both of them are doing very well, and I'm very happy for them.
Being an Indian cricketer, to have scored the highest number of sixes in an over, அந்த ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் மூமெண்ட் உங்கள் சன் ஸ்கோர் பண்ணும்போது உங்களுக்கு எப்படி இருந்தது?
All of the innings, and he's put it away. Oh, has he? Yes, into the crowd. 6 sixes in an over.
I think for anybody, I always looked upon UV when he was playing the game as his coach and his mentor. And I always thought that he was such a brilliant striker of the ball. He could do that anytime he wanted to. I think such players are born one in a million times. And hitting those 6 sixes was something. If you notice, it's 8 sixes in an over in 8 balls, because next 2 balls of Flint have also landed in the ground or in the pavilion. So hitting 8 sixes in a row, 6 in 1 over, 2 in other balls, it is just fantastic, I think. I think he's a great fighter, and that's the way he was born and brought up. That's the way I made him, not only him, but my all children. I see that they walk on the edge of life and do best for themselves, and to fight it out in all circumstances. That's the way he's done it. Whether it was cancer, whether it was his broken knee, it's amazing. I mean, the kind of injuries he had and the cancer he had, probably if he didn't have the injuries and the cancer, he would have broken all the records in the world.
And Rajni sir, Yuvraj Singh பத்தி ஏதாவது கேட்டாரா?
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful incident. I must share it with you. You know, I was sitting there in the chair, and Rajni sir was talking to somebody, the director, I don't know, the cameraman, and he suddenly looked at me, and he comes up to me and says, "Hey, You are Yuvi's father? I said, yes, sir. And he hugged me and he kissed me and he said, we are so proud, and we are so proud that you have given us such a magnificent player and a human being. And that hug and that warmth in his approach was so beautiful. I have never been able to forget it, because after that, every time, whenever he used to come, I used to bow my head in front of him and he was always smiling.
யுவராஜ் சார் கரியர் எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம்னாலே இருக்கிற ஃபேன்ஸுக்கும் இருக்கட்டும், மற்ற கிரிக்கெட்டர்ஸ்க்கும் இருக்கட்டும், ஒரு பெரிய மோட்டிவேஷன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். பட் ஆஸ் பேரண்ட்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு அந்த ஒரு ஓவர் கம்மிங் கேன்சர் அப்படிங்கிற ஸ்டேஜ் எந்த அளவுக்கு டிஃபிகல்ட்டாக இருந்தது?
Well, I am not a very, very emotional man. I am. Everybody is emotional. If you're not emotional, you cannot be an actor, to be very honest. But, well, I felt very sad, but I knew my God would not betray me, because when I started with Yograj Singh when he was just 1.5 years old, and there was a time when I was talking to the God Almighty that I have to finish this job because I want to do that. So I knew nothing would go wrong, but that happened at a wrong time because he was on the peak. 2007 to 2011, he was doing so well. And as a father, well, I knew he would come back and he would, because he's the greatest fighter. Even otherwise, if you talk to him, he doesn't have any negative things in his life. So if you don't have negative things and you are born with those kind of positive attitude with your parents, especially father, is a big thing to make things. As a parent, to feel different story, but as a father and a coach, I think it was something which I felt that's the way he should be and that's the way he was, and he fought back. It's amazing. I salute him.
அண்ட் ஓவர் கம் பண்ண ஹெல்ப் பண்ண சில விஷயங்கள்லாம் எதெல்லாம் சொல்வீங்க?
I think it's a positive attitude. It's about, you see, saying things. I may say 10,000 things. It's all about being practically. How you approach your life. I always talk to my children, like I've got 4 kids, right? Yuvi and Zora and Victor and Amy. I keep telling them, look, whatever you do, you should be the best in the world. And I'm not there to spoon feed them. I'm there to make them into a very, solid and a rugged human being so they can fight all the battles of life. And that's my duty as a father.
மக்கள் உணர வேண்டிய அந்த ஒரு விஷயம் அப்படின்னா எதை சொல்வீங்க?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for all the love and affection, Indian people all over the world. I wish I had words to explain this. I would get so emotional with all your love and affection. But one thing I want to tell you all, to the nation, look, every time we all ask our nation what my country has done for me, what my government has done for me, what my society has done for me, we are complaining all the time. We are not supposed to do that. We should know what we have done for the country, what we have done for the society, what we have done for the families, for friends, for relatives, for humanity. So I think if you love everybody and keep on giving, keep on doing things for others and be happy in other people's success, I think you will be the most happiest man on this earth. So if you do that, if you can manage to do that, I think that will be very great for me.
Thank you, sir.
So.